Guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am sharing a brand new release from Guest Hollow and I couldn't be more excited. Guest Hollow just released today their newest early American history for little ones. This is for grades K through 3. This is part of their entire early American history program. Remember a few months ago I shared their other newest release, which was the early American history for grades 4 through 8. So that was their like upper elementary to middle school, and then they also have their high school course. Now, what I shared in that video was what I'm very excited about as being a homeschool mom who has multiple kids at multiple age levels. This is something you could do with multiple age levels. You could have a kid in early elementary, upper elementary to middle school, and high school. Now, of course, the coursework is going to vary. The younger kids are going to have a lighter load, the older kids a larger load, but the topics are going to stay on sync. So you really could be doing history still as a group subject, but have those more tailored pathways for the correct age level of your kids. I don't know that I've ever really seen a early American history put together so well for younger ages. So this really excites me. I have a son going into kindergarten this upcoming school year. I have an older elementary and a middle schooler, so I absolutely love the idea of how they built this program out. Now, Guest Hollow was nice enough to send me an early copy, so the copy I have and some of the stuff I may be sharing may not be what you purchase as the final copy, but I was really excited to be able to get my hands on it early so I could share it with you guys. Now, the day that this video is being posted is the day it's being released, so I have not been able to say anything until today. Now, something very important to know is for today and tomorrow only, there is an early adopters discount which gives you 30% off. I'm going to have that information down below. This is only for 2 days. 30% off is a lot, especially for this company. They are a small business, a set of homeschooling parents who make this curriculum. So if you want this curriculum and you're like, I'm going to use that, get the 30% off. After 2 days have passed, that's not going to be available. If you've never heard of Guest Hollow or have no idea how their curriculum works, everything is digital. The basic route, I think, of anything from Guest Hollow is there's always the thing that you get that's most important is the schedule. This schedule plans out the entire buffet of curriculum and activities that you will be doing with your child over however long it's scheduled, normally around 36 weeks. You heard me say the word buffet. That is because Jen, who puts together this curriculum, takes every possible resource for these topics, books, crafts, recipes, games, activities, and basically takes all that hard work of what you would want to do as, you know, the most aspiring homeschool parent, and puts it all together in a well-flowed format. So if you're learning about Native Americans week 1, she's going to take all of those things that relate to those topics and give you that buffet. So you're going to have your schedule that says, okay, on week 1, day 1, this is the topic we're learning about. Here are all the resources you could do. Here's some pages in a book to read. Here's a video to watch. Here's a recipe to make. And that is how the schedule is built. That is really what you're paying for. You're paying for that structure and that schedule of all the resources. In that schedule, you're also getting the list of all the resources. So it's going to tell you every book, every video, everything you could possibly need, every activity. There will tell you like if the book is highly recommended, like you can't really do this course without the book, or if the book is just like a fun add-on. So be very aware that is what it is. They're not sending you 50 books. They're not sending you anything physical. Everything you're purchasing is digital. Now, something very specific to this little kids early American history program, as you see what I printed here. I haven't had time to bind it because I literally just printed this and I want to get this video out on time for you guys. This is the adventure and activity book. The upper elementary level that I shared a few weeks ago, that is a big reading book. That is like a course reading textbook. This is full of reading passages and activities, little writing worksheets and things like that. So this is much more geared towards those younger kids, which I really love. I love that they created this, and I love that our favorite little dog, Beowulf, is in this as well. So when you purchase this, you get that schedule that I was talking about, which is basically like your Bible, okay? Even though let's not be religious in this video, but it's basically like you need to follow it. That's like what you need as the parent and the teacher. It has all the information in it. That comes in both a PDF format and a Word format. The Word format is very helpful because you can either highlight the things that you have completed or delete the stuff you're not going to do and make it very customized to what you're going to do. Do not open up the schedule and think you need to complete everything. There's no way, and that's not how it's intended to be used. It's intended to be a buffet where you choose and pick what the best options for you and your child and that day are. I know as a homeschool parent, there are days where we don't have as much time, and so we still want to get that history lesson in, but we may need to just cut it down to maybe 20 minutes of reading. Then there's other days where maybe my kids are very like hyper focused and they're asking a lot of questions, and those are the times where we can do those extra activities, those extra videos and things like that. You are going to get this entire PDF of this activity and adventure book. I want to say it is around 130 pages of just beautiful colored images. I have it popped up for you guys here while I'm flipping through it. Everything is just beautiful as always. At the back, there's like there's like a section of like cutouts because your kids will be cutting and pasting, which is great for this age level. They're going to give you a list again of all those resources and everything that you need. And so that is what you get when you purchase it. So the schedule, what is you're going to follow, it's going to tell you everything you need to know, and then this is what your kids are going to need. So what I'm doing with this is just going to go in a binder for my kid. This will be their little workbook that they're going to go on and work through. Now, there are a lot of resources, again, that are recommended to use this. They do go off of more of a literature-based approach, and so there's going to be a huge book list of books that they're going to recommend you're reading. So that is what the schedule is going to say. It's going to tell you, hey, let's do a couple pages in this, let's read this book. Now, if you go out and you go on Amazon or you go to the bookstore and you buy all these books, yes, you're going to drop some money. That's not the intention either, unless you want to. If you want to have this library of books, if you have a lot of kids that you're going to have go through this course, it might be best to just invest in them. However, it's planned out week by week, so you can get those books from your library. So get your first 3 weeks of books that you need from your library. You don't have to spend any extra money. You have your schedule and your plan, and you know what you're going to do. All of the activities and supplies that you would need, again, go through them, pick and choose. What activities are you going to do? They do list activities that are free, and they do list paid activities where you can buy like kits from different websites and things like that. Again, what they did is they sourced basically every great resource as a homeschooling parent that you would want to use to teach your kids early American history. They found all those great resources, organized them, and put them together for you. Now, something really cool that I saw in this program was they actually included science lessons. So every so often in the weeks, you're going to see something color-coded and a book noted that's a like extension from science. It does fit in somewhere with history, but then it's like a little extension of science. So it's more that kind of real life learning. So when I saw that, I was like, I could actually just use this for history and science for my youngest. This could just cover both those subjects. We're already going to be talking about stuff, and then we can just kind of branch into a topic on science. So I can't believe they did that. My brain hurts even thinking of how you could match all that up, but they did it. And I think it's absolutely amazing how they did that. So not only can this cover you for history, but it can also cover you for science. Don't forget, this is meant to track with their other history units. So it also stays on track with their junior early American history, which is that's that 4th through 8th grade, and their high school. So again, the course load and work is going to be different, but the tracks, the topics and lessons that your children are learning are all going to go together. So this can be a family style subject. If you aren't sure what level to choose. Maybe you have a third or fourth grader and you're not really sure. They do have a whole FAQ page I'm going to list, and they have a really cool thing that kind of breaks down the main differences between the little kids and junior level. They include all the week scope and sequence for both history and science. So if you're like, okay, Ashlee, could I really have this as my science? They have all 36 weeks of what science is included in those weeks, which then you could even grow and enhance on for those older levels, because I don't remember seeing that science add-on in the older grades, but you could take that and enhance it for your older kids as well. There are 36 weeks. I think it's normally between 4 to 5 days that they schedule, but again, that's just a guide. Do not feel trapped by the schedule that you see. It is more than you could even imagine. Use that Word version of it, edit it down to what works for your family, or print it out as is and just highlight as you're going through it what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. I'm really excited for this curriculum. It looks super fun. Like I said in my last video, and I'm going to link that other video down too. So if you're interested in seeing that junior level, I'm going to link that one down below. We have been doing a lot of American history over the last couple years. So we are taking the next year off from American history. And then the following year, that is when I'll have a first grader, fifth grader, and seventh grader. We are going to do this program together, and so all three of my kids will be using the Guest Hollow American Early History. So if you don't see me using it this upcoming year, I'm just giving you fair warning, I'm not using it. We need a break from American history. I wish these two would have existed 2 years ago when we started our American history path. This is what we would have used. So I have always struggled finding a good history curriculum, and it finally exists, and so I cannot wait to use this with all three of my kids. Going into, I will have an elementary, a elementary, young elementary, older elementary, and middle schooler. And so I'm very excited. The only other thing I want to mention is don't feel like you have to complete this in the 36 weeks. We've used other things from Guest Hollow, and I've spread them out over 2 years. Depending on your schedule and how your kids like to do subjects, don't feel like you have to complete this in 1 year, because there are so many great resources and kind of, expanded learning options. Take your time with it. Have this go over 2 years, and then keep that in mind too when you're choosing age levels or planning this out for future years. Buy it now doesn't mean you just have to use it now. Like me, I have these ready to go because I know we're going to be using them in an upcoming homeschool year. Remember, 30% off only exists for the next 2 days. So if you're watching this video after 2 days, I'm sorry. They can't have stuff on sale forever, but those of you watching, get that early adopters discount. I hope you guys really enjoy it. If any of you have actually already started using the junior edition that I shared a while ago, I'd love to hear how you guys are liking it. I do have a whole Guest Hollow playlist. Anything that I've reviewed or used from Guest Hollow is in that playlist down below. Absolutely love this company, love their curriculum and everything that they put together. So thanks so much for watching today's video. Have a great day, guys, and go buy this. Get your 30% off. Bye.